The Gaza Health Ministry says an Israeli attack killed more than a dozen people at southern Gaza's largest hospital overnight. A second missile hit the hospital after rescue crews had arrived there. Now, the strike killed 4 journalists. 2 were freelancers, and the others worked for Reuters and Al Jazeera. A 5th journalist from Reuters was also injured. The Israeli military and Prime Minister's office have not yet commented on this. CBS News foreign correspondent Chris Livesay is following these developments for us. He's covered the region extensively. Good morning, Chris. What more do we know about this quite jarring strike, multiple strikes?
Good morning, Errol. Yes, jarring because at least the second half of those strikes was captured on live TV in Egypt. Now, according to Hamas-backed Gaza officials, the first strike on the hospital was an Israeli drone strike. And then when journalists and rescue workers responded to the scene, that's when that second attack, they say an Israeli airstrike, came and claimed the lives of those 4 journalists. And it's especially remarkable because just 2 weeks ago, 6 Al Jazeera journalists, including a correspondent who won a Pulitzer Prize for his coverage of the war, was killed. That attack was claimed responsibility for by Israel, although it claimed that that correspondent was a Hamas operative. Errol?
Now, Chris, Israeli strikes on hospitals have happened before in Gaza. What we've heard from the Israeli government usually is that they try to avoid any civilian deaths. So what are they saying now about this?
Of course. Well, so far they haven't commented at all. It's important to emphasize as well that that previous episode I mentioned of the Al Jazeera correspondent being killed, while they made that claim about him being a Hamas operative, they provided 0 evidence. And so far, Israel has not commented on today's strike. They haven't claimed responsibility or even said if it was them. We do know that Hamas uses human shields. Israel has provided evidence in the past of other hospitals where they were using those hospitals as a base of operations. It's important to emphasize, though, Errol, that CBS News cannot independently verify these claims for the very important reason that Israel denies access to international journalists on the ground. It's also important to point out that it's very early since these reported attacks. You might recall nearly 2 years ago, shortly after the start of the war, Hamas claimed that the Al-Ahli hospital was attacked and 500 people they claimed were killed in that attack, they said, by Israel. Israel then provided evidence. It showed that it was instead the PIJ, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, which had launched an errant rocket that killed a much smaller number of people. So again, remember, this is very, very early, but one thing we know for sure from these images from live TV, the carnage appears very, very real.
Very sobering updates there. Chris Livesay, thank you very much.